If you thought getting pregnant was hard or giving birth was hard, try getting your baby to sleep. My baby sleeps like a baby, like in the commercials, like in the movies, like in those pregnancy books. Why can't my baby sleep like a baby? Now, if you thought the first part of this journey was hard, the second part will either be really easy or really hard. And it all depends on whether your baby decides to sleep like a baby. So when people say sleeping through the night, what they mean is that the baby is sleeping so soundly and angelically that they don't disturb mom or dad's sleep. In reality, babies wake up many times a night, sometimes crying and fussing, sometimes just staring off into space. Some nights they may go a little longer than others between wakings, but every single baby will wake up at least once or twice a night. Babies are extremely light sleepers. Their sleep cycles are about half the length of ours. Newborn babies will typically sleep for 1 to 3 hours at a time, and then wake up ready to feed again. This is because babies have tiny tummies that fill up very quickly and then need to be refilled. So yes, babies do sleep a lot, approximately 16 to 18 hours a day. But no, babies do not sleep through the night, especially during the first few months of life. The only exception to this rule is if your baby has a full tummy and is happy and healthy and well taken care of. Then it is possible that your baby might sleep for longer stretches of time at night. But even then, I wouldn't count on it happening more than once or twice a week, maybe. I always tell my patients that newborns sleep randomly. They don't have a pattern. They don't have a rhythm. They don't have a biological clock. And quite frankly, they don't care what time it is or how long it's been since they fed last. They just want to eat. And if they can't find a way to let us know that they're hungry, they'll cry. And the only thing that will stop them from crying is milk. Milk will put an end to all the fussiness. It'll make everything feel better. On average, we recommend that babies be fed every 3 to 4 hours around the clock, including overnight feedings. But many babies want to feed more frequently, especially during the first month of life. If your baby is waking up every 2 hours, there is probably a reason for it, and that reason is most likely milk. It doesn't matter if you are breastfeeding or bottle feeding, formula, breast milk, it all adds up. And the only thing that will change the amount of milk your baby needs is if you give them a pacifier before the 2-hour mark and they fall back asleep, until that's actually been 3 or 4 hours. You can try going longer between feedings, but only if your baby seems content and is gaining weight. Otherwise, stick with the 2-hour rule. It's easier than trying to make it to 4 hours and then wondering why your baby is fussy or lethargic. Babies are notorious for making us question our choices. We remember thinking that we had it all figured out, that we knew exactly what we were doing, that we had found the perfect routine. And then baby does something unexpected, and we wonder if we're doing it wrong. Like if we should be feeding sooner or later, if we should be swaddling, if we shouldn't be swaddling, if we should be putting them on their side, if we shouldn't be putting them on their side. Babies will make you doubt yourself and your abilities. They'll make you think that you're not doing enough or doing too much. They'll make you believe that they're happier when you hold them close or when you put them down. Babies are experts at making you feel like you're never doing things right. And one of the main reasons for this is that they don't give you any indication of what they want or why they upset. Your baby won't tell you when they're hungry, tired, or uncomfortable. That's your job to figure out. Your job to read the signs, to anticipate their needs. Easier said than done. But there are some general rules of thumb. If your baby is waking up every 2 hours and you've tried everything else and nothing works, then try adding another feeding at night. If your baby is still waking up and fussing after that, then try nursing or bottle feeding your baby on demand. Don't worry about overfeeding. Babies can't choke on breast milk or formula while laying on their backs. They'll spit it out if they don't want it. Some people are adamant about waking their baby up to feed. I get it. It makes sense. You want your baby to get all the nutrients they need. But babies are amazing at self-regulating. They know how much milk they need. They'll let you know when they're hungry. Just pay attention to the cues. If they're sleeping, let them sleep. There is no need to wake them up to feed unless they haven't pooped in a day or two, or if they seem lethargic or dehydrated. You know your baby best. You know if they're getting enough to eat, if they're gaining weight, if they're having enough wet diapers. If you're concerned about your baby's health or weight gain, talk to your pediatrician. We can easily assess your baby's growth and development and make sure they're on track. I see so many parents struggling with nighttime feedings, with putting their baby down to sleep, with the fear of SEDS. First off, let me reassure you that babies cannot die from being held too much. It's safe to carry your baby close to your heart, to rock them to sleep, to walk them up and down the hallway. There is no such thing as spoiling a newborn. Yes, babies need to learn how to fall asleep on their own, but that doesn't mean that we need to let them cry it out. In fact, I think that the less we do to soothe and comfort our babies, the more they cry. When we pick our babies up, when we sing to them, when we talk to them, we're meeting their needs. We're letting them know that they are loved, that they are cared for, and that in turn makes them feel secure. Babies who feel loved and secure are less likely to cry and fuss. It's as simple as that, and yes, all babies are different. Some want to be held close all the time, others are happier being put down. It all depends on the individual baby. If your baby falls asleep in your arms, gently lay them down in their crib. If they wake up, pick them back up and continue rocking. Don't worry about it. And finally, it's important to remember that we are in this together. Parenthood is a journey that we take as a family. And that means that it's up to all of us to figure out what works best for our baby. That might mean trying different things at different times and seeing what works best for you. It might mean asking for help from friends or family. It might mean hiring a night nurse. It might mean all of the above. Whatever you decide to do, just know that you're not alone. Sleeping through the night is a milestone that most babies reach when they are still infants. Most babies will start sleeping through the night somewhere between 4 and 6 months of age. By then, they have learned to self-soothe and fall back asleep when they wake up during the night. Until then, parents will need to be patient and consistent with their nighttime routine. The hardest part about getting your baby to sleep like a baby is getting them to sleep like a baby. Yes, it is true that babies spend a lot of time sleeping, but they do not sleep through the night. Babies wake up many times a night, and it is normal for them to do so. It is also normal for parents to feel exhausted from lack of sleep. But we have to keep in mind that babies need to feed at night, and that is why they wake up. If your baby is waking up every 2 hours, it might be time to add another feeding. Don't worry about overfeeding. Babies can't choke on breast milk or formula while laying on their backs. And don't worry about spoiling your baby by holding them too much. It is safe to carry your baby close to your heart, to rock them to sleep, to walk them up and down the hallway. Babies need to learn how to fall asleep on their own, but that doesn't mean that we need to let them cry it out. On the contrary, babies who feel loved and secure are less likely to cry. Finally, remember that we are in this together. Parenthood is a journey that we take as a family, and it's up to all of us to figure out what works best for our baby. It might mean trying different things at different times and seeing what works best for you. It might mean asking for help from friends or family. It might mean hiring a night nurse. It might mean all of the above. Whatever you decide to do, just know that you're not alone. Thank you for watching and supporting this channel. See you next time.